Come on. Sorry, guys. Can you hear me, JL? Hey! Oh,
Hey, I'm so glad to finally meet you.
so happy. I loved your audition.
I had so much fun with it. It was
Oh,
a blast.
you really brought Lizzie to life. Like I was so excited to see my words. I'm like, oh. So I'm so happy. This is a great read.
I'm
Um,
pumped.
I know. I'm like, okay, let me pull up my scripts now. Let me not get too
I
excited.
know, I just got a whole folder ready
I
of
know.
scripts.
I know. Well, we'll let everybody get in. I know I had 9:30, so a couple people are texting me saying, "Did you say nine?" I'm like, no, 6:30. I don't know.
Yeah, you said 6:30, but then I think like it went to like Zoom said
Nine.
Pacific Standard Time or something. And so
Okay, good.
yeah, when I just logged on, I was like, oh shoot. And I was like, no, I'm sure they meant 6:30 because I've been on so many Zooms that accidentally had
The wrong
Pacific
time.
time.
I'm like, no, that's wrong. I'm like, well, I am dyslexic, so I could have flipped the six and the nine. So
I feel that.
that happens. Okay, let me get these scripts. We'll let people stagger in.
Yes, I'm gonna go actually turn off my TV so it
Okay.
doesn't work on the internet. I just remembered.
Let's see.
Hello. Hold on, let me turn the volume up. Oh, what is that? Hi, I'm here.
You are. You were here before me. I was like, oh, I can't even get in. I forgot my password. I forgot that I signed up with Google Chrome, not my email. So I was like, okay, let me get it together.
Okay. And CJ is here too.
Hey.
Oh, this is gonna be. I'm so excited. Oh, and we're recording. I forgot to tell y'all. This
Okay.
is recorded. I see JL connecting.
Hi, Haley.
How are you doing?
You're looking beautiful. I wish I was looking beautiful right now, but we're gonna ignore this right now and ignore this right now too.
I've been changing diapers all day. So
Really? Oh,
yeah,
wait, you babysit?
yeah.
Okay.
I've been nannying since quarantine started. I accidentally picked up 2 nannying jobs,
Ooh.
but by the end of May, I'll be down to 1, and it's only like a few days a week. And the baby and the family is just absolutely lovely. But
Yeah.
I think home some days I'm like, kids. I'm like, can't straight. You're just like trying to make sure someone doesn't kill themselves all day.
Right, right.
He wants to go in the mouth.
Yeah, yeah. I used to babysit a
Like,
lot, so I know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right, I'm texting. See, I'm letting everybody know. I think I only emailed you back, Kaya, instead of the whole.
Oh, you didn't reply all?
Did not reply all. So people are probably still waiting on 6:45. So let me. Hold on.
Make sure I got all my scripts up.
Okay, cool.
I see JL, but I don't hear him. JL.
Oh, it says he's connecting to audio.
Oh, okay. Pretty. Yay, Tom! Okay, let's see. Hey, Tom.
Hey,
Thank you
Sheree.
for joining us. Are you in Chicago?
I'm not. I'm in Atlanta.
Okay, I thought you were still in Chicago.
No.
Everybody, Tom is gonna be Detective Price. He's was an actor with me in Rob's class. He's amazing, and I'm so happy he decided to join the cast.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, everyone.
And just for everyone that's logging in now, we are recording.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey guys, how you doing?
Everyone,
I'm Brian.
He is Trent,
Fine.
and we're so excited to have.
I'm excited. I am so honored to be here with y'all right now. Thank you.
Awesome.
Can I get everybody's name real quick?
Yeah, I'm Haley.
Haley, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Brian.
You know me.
Nah, for sure, that's gang. What's up? Hey. What's up, y'all?
We're just doing introduction, JL. You're in the corner, so we're on Tom. We'll get C. Oh, wait, we skipped CJ. CJ.
Word, gang. It's lit. I say your name like Sherry or Cher.
It's Cherie.
Cherie.
Yeah.
Cherie. Nice to meet you. What's up? I'm excited. Y'all are dope. Let's do it.
And so Tom and JL are our detectives for episode 105. In the crime part of the cyber. So I'm really excited to have them. And Lizzie is Haley, and you guys have a couple of scenes together. So I'm really excited.
It's lit. Jeez.
We are waiting on Maggie. Let's text Candace. Oh, wait, actually, it didn't go through.
Oh, baby, I want you to take me serious.
So I think this is going to be an amazing project. So I guess I'll introduce myself. Since Candace already knows me, we worked on stuff before. I'm Cherie, like the Stevie Wonder song. So I wrote this 2018, and then I knew Kaya virtually, and I loved her look. I loved her aesthetic. I usually act in my own stuff. I have my own production company, Pathway Cinema, but this is my 4th production, and I wrote this because I always have a guy best friend, and I love guy best friends. They bring out so much. They compliment you so well, and we had that relationship like where I would wake up, send a meme, they would send me memes, just constantly giving each other energy, feeding off of each other. So I wrote it like, okay, if we knew each other in college. And then I just had this idea because I was getting out of an Uber, and I don't know, my mind is kind of crazy. I don't know who else gets out of Uber. Like, damn, I wish my Uber was a hooker, but that's me. So I was like, what if hookers were your driver, and instead of you like having to solicit them, they come to you, so that's kind of where my mind went. And then I have teenagers, and they're coders, and they mod, and they do Minecraft and all this stuff, and they kind of inspired Trent, the Gen Z, and so from there, it was just like this love child, and Kaya was on board. She's been awesome. She has her own production company, Kaya Can. She's been helping me cast you beautiful people, and she's also just been integral in pre-production. So it's just been a great collaboration. Halo Union is not here, but they'll be filming. They're not here right now because they're on another set this week, but we've had our tech meeting. We'll have another tech meeting before we meet. And just so you know, like the theme is kind of like Breaking Bad meets Euphoria. So I always liked like get rich quick movies like Scarface and The Sopranos, that type of stuff. But I was like, we've never seen it for this generation, like a college age student. So I wanted it to be where they mess up, they make mistakes. They're not, experts. They're not like mobsters. They're not, that smart initially. But because of their, ingenuity and their friendship, they're really able to navigate the police and also navigate these madams that get introduced and that kind of are like, hey, you're stepping on my turf type of deal. So, I think Breaking Bad to me is one of the greatest shows of all time. It really stuck the landing, and it's my huge inspiration. And then the colors on Euphoria are so beautiful, and we have a lot of diversity in this cast and a lot of great skin tones. So Ben has this great lighting plan. We're gonna light you guys beautiful. There'll be lots of purples and pinks and different hues to convey mood and to really set the tone, to tell the story, not just with the writing, because writing is only one element. The biggest element is you guys, the actors. So, you guys, I chose you guys because you brought the characters to life. You made my words come alive. And so Ben and Nathan are gonna make you guys, one, look good, but then also tell the story with lighting and convey it with direction. So I think if we nail all those three things, writing, direction, and acting, and I know I got great actors, that then this is gonna be something we can all be proud of and something that we can see on TV, because I know the story is good enough to be on TV. I know you guys can act well enough to get it on TV. We just have to create an energy and like really get a fan base together and really like build this fan base so that like Issa Rae did, she made people want to see it. So we're gonna have an amazing trailer. I didn't get the pitch over to you guys, but some other things I wanted to give you before we get started, because we're still waiting on Candace anyway. She just texted me she's coming. We have a lot of different cool sets and a lot of cool things that are going to really help accentuate your characters. So we'll start with Lizzie since I'm looking at Haley. Lizzie, she is like the love child for the app. Like she is the inspiration. She inspires Candace because they meet, and it's like those one-off meetings that you meet somebody and their energy is so contagious that they just make you want to be like, you're her muse. So for you, like at the party scene, we're gonna have your hair flipped like the little 70s thing they're doing now, and you'll have on bell bottoms and just be really funky because we have this amazing pink bug that I found, and it's kind of like Candace she's quirky. Like she likes old things. She likes vintage things. And I mean, I think it's funny. It also shows her naivety that she's driving a pink bug to pick up John's. It's like, it doesn't even have doors. Like they have to like kind of like struggle to get in the back seat. So that's kind of like my humor. It's that quirky one-off humor. So you guys meet in the back of her bug and you forget your purse. And then, this beautiful idea is made. And like Trent completely supports her. Even though he's madly in love with her, he has that unrequited love that he is willing to just pretty much go whatever wild plan she has. Like, this is not his first crazy idea or her first crazy idea that she's had with him. So they have that relationship. But that's one of the quirks of Lizzie, and Lizzie is she's amazing. She's got all these issues. She's moody, but she's really upbeat. Most of her moods are either manic or chill, but there's no in between. She's not ever like down. She's always positive. She's always upbeat. Like she's just a flower child, and she really helps balance Candace, because Candace is always in a mood. Candace is always like disgruntled. Like, what are we here? What are we doing? Why are you guys talking to me? Like, the drill. She's just, so you actually, that moment that y'all have in the bathroom, you actually bring her to life a little bit. Like when she sees herself and she sees that she's beautiful, you saw the beauty in her. And when you bring that beauty out, you guys have a connection. She'll never admit it, but you guys have this connection. So your relationship with her is so integral. Like, you have a lot of depth to you, even though it may seem like you're one-dimensional on paper. I want you to bring that depth to the character with your eyes. You know, we're telling the story with our eyes. We're telling the story. So everybody's gonna look great. We have wardrobe. We're gonna help bring pieces in. Of course, I'll need some of y'all pieces, but we'll help accentuate that, because everything to me in film has to make a statement. You're not wearing something if it doesn't convey like a double meaning. So we'll really make sure that Lizzie, that flower child, that light is conveyed. And I mean, I love the red hair. We have like a nightmare sequence with Candace struggling her guilt, and we'll get to it when we get to the read. But she, you know, your hair will be cascading out of this white tub, so it's just like kind of like to resemble blood. And originally I pictured Lizzie with blonde hair, but now I'm so, I mean, just the universe just works in mysterious ways. I'm so glad that we found a redhead, because now I can convey all these this symbolism. You know, we don't have to have literal blood. We can just have your hair cascading to like kind of foreshadow that, you know, you may get in trouble later. So it's just beautiful imagery that we're going to create. And again, with the lighting, but also the contrast of your hair against the white. So we have a lot in store. I'm like, oh, it's a lot to do, but I know we can do it, because Ben and Nathan are amazing, and they always help me. And then Kaya, Candace she's you. I mean, Candace is kind of like a mix, but actually all the characters are me. Even some of the detectives, like everybody is kind of me. I just kind of put me in everybody, like little bits and pieces of who I am, but Candace is me. And, you know, she is moody. She's, but she has layers, she has depth, she has a soul. She's not like completely off the deep end, but she is afraid to let people in, because she's been bullied and because she's had all these different instances in her life. She's afraid to love and to show love, but she feels it. And so she's gonna transform. She's gonna have this beautiful transformation. Like, I love that Kaya's like, oh, I hate the way I look today, because that's how Candace is gonna start out, like glasses, nerdy. And then after Lizzie gives her this amazing makeover, she kind of like, oh, and she meets Brad, who CJ will be playing Brad. And he like, everyone, I mean, it's kind of weird. Like, why would she sleep with Brad? Like, why would she make that jump? Like, someone solicits you, like, you don't just like turn around and like, yeah, I'll fuck you for $500. But, you know, she has never felt beautiful before. And this guy who's also charming, he's a lawyer, he thinks she's attractive, like she's flattered. And just like in Breaking Bad, just like in Scarface, the lead character is an egomaniac. She is all about her ego. And when she gets it stroked, you know, she finds that empowering. Like, it's actually kind of crazy, because Candace is manipulative, but it's easy to manipulate her with a compliment, with flattery. So that's how he is able to pull her into his realm. And, you know, she feels empowered from it, but she also has this guilt, because she's not like promiscuous. She's not like that girl. So you'll see some of that guilt show up later on in her subconscious. And she has this guilt, like also about, you know, she stops doing it, sleeping for money, but she gets her friends on board and they're sleeping for money. So you'll see her kind of struggle with that. And that's why I say Candace has layers, in which, you know, in every story, you got to have, every character has to have layers. So, and then Trent, oh my God. Trent is like, it's just like the best friend I've always wanted, the best friend I've had before in the past. He's like, the yin to Candace's yang. He's amazing. He's quirky. He's fun. He is the person who's going to connect us with our audience, really. He's like the person that everybody wants to be. He's like, he grounds Candace. He pulls her back in. He keeps her attached to her humanity. And then in season 2, if we, Lord Jesus, manifesting, if we get to season 2, you know, they kind of have their ups and downs. And, you know, Candace gets overwhelmed with the power and the greed, and she thinks she's outsmarted the cops and the madams. And so, you know, eventually she gets Trent in a compromising situation, and it really tests their friendship. So, you know, you've known Candace your whole life. You've known her since childhood. And, you know, you're also in love with her. But you would never ever do anything that would compromise your friendship because you love her so much. Just to have her in your life is more important than anything. But Trent is cool. He's quirky. He's nerdy. He's the brains. He knows how to code. He knows how to code better than Candace. Like, he is that guy. So he's the one who puts everybody's profiles together. And I don't know if I sent everybody over, but we have the app. So I also have somebody working on the graphic and working on the girls' profiles. So, you know, we'll have the girls send in their pictures, and we'll have everything, you know, so that we don't have to do anything in post. We'll have it on set, like what your stuff looks like, the coding photos, everything up, so we can really like get into that mode, like, you know, that you're that guy, that tech genius. So and I really think it's important. Exactly. And I really think it's important with this generation, with COVID, with everything having to be virtual. Like, I think a cool app show is so needed and so necessary, but like, you're going to connect us to that generation. And Trent has a lot of cool stuff. But there's a moment that you and Candace have, and we'll get to it in episode 104. And that moment is just you, you know, actually explaining to her, like, you're always goofy, you're always nerdy, you're always jokey. You never really lay it on her. But like, when Lizzie starts like using more drugs and more alcohol, you kind of get concerned. You're like, hey, you know, are we doing the right thing? Like, why are we doing this? And Candace doesn't want to admit that she's doing the wrong thing, because to her, this is legit. This is a legit business. You know, it's not, she doesn't have people on the street. Like, this is a legit business. So you kind of have that moment with her, but she can't admit it. So she just blames it on your jealousy. Oh, you're jealous because I slept with someone, and that you don't like that. But that's not what it is. You know, you're actually a good guy, and you kind of look out for all the girls. Like, if we had Charlie's Angels, you would be Charlie, you know, like, these are your girls. Like, you got to protect them, you know? So that's a little more background on Trent. And then Detective Price and Detective Martin. JL, you're Detective Martin. I think I've only told JL and Kaya this, but Detective Martin is actually a serial killer. And I was like, dang, we went there. But he has a fetish for redheads. But his cover is that he's a detective, so he works on the beat. Detective Price is actually the older, more seasoned cop. He's been a detective a little longer. So I need those moments from you, Tom, where you kind of see, like, okay, he says some one-off things, and I need just a little eyebrow raise, like, okay, there's something going on with this guy. You know, he's a little too into the crime scene, you know. And him and Lizzie, he meets Lizzie on the Uber ride at the end of the pilot. And then in the next episode, we jump to them in the hotel room, and he takes a picture of her. And then at the finale, we see you guys there, and it's gonna be, this is probably my favorite scene. I don't know why, but it's gonna be shot so well, because the way I'm gonna direct it, we have this awesome cop car for you guys. It's vintage, it's green, and we're gonna show you like the car driving. We're gonna be at Goat Farm. I don't know if you've seen Goat Farms, but it's beautiful shrubbery. And Haley, you'll be there. You're not gonna die, but I need you to look like the victim. So we're gonna kind of like have ligature marks on you. We'll show your hair, but we're not ever gonna show the face. We're just gonna show Detective Price. We'll show JL and Tom's reactions to opening the blanket. So that's how we kind of treat it, and we don't have to get another, you know, if this was $1 million production, I'd have a stand-in body, but since it's not, we're gonna use you again. And then so it's gonna be lots of feet, shrubbery, really nicely shot, like the doors opening. Like, I love the true crime series, like the detective series. I watch a lot of that. So that's kind of the inspiration for you guys seeing. And then we have an actual real police department. So we're filming in Snellville Police Department. I met the chief. Everyone's excited to have us there. We'll get some B-roll of like the jail cells, and we'll have a briefing room. And Rob is going to be our sergeant. So I'm excited to have that reunion with my theater, with my coach, my acting coach. So it's going to be a great production from start to finish. And I think if we stick to landing like Breaking Bad did, if we just stick this season, you know, these episodes are written so that I can fill in more. I can fill in more about Lizzie's background. I can fill in more about who Maggie is, who Win is. So it's just hitting the high notes of an hour-long production. So what we're getting is, you know, an abbreviated version of a full hour episode, and that's how we'll pitch. You know, these are the highlights of an hour-long episode, each episode. So what you're getting is you get the whole story, but you don't get all that fluff and character development. But I'm going to finish writing it so that it's written, so that when we pitch, you know, they know like we're serious, we're here for business, and we came to win. So Candace says she went and got a snack, but she's on the way. So she's kind of further down in the episode. Oh, you're here, Candace. Like, I didn't see you come in. So Candace,
You said 6:45. I was like, oh, I can get a snack, and then I was late, so I'm sorry.
okay, no. Candace, introduce yourself, Candace. And let me pull up the episode while you do that.
Hey, y'all, I'm Candace.
She's like, I'm here.
I don't know what else to say, but I'm happy to be here. Happy to see you guys. And yeah.
Candace is going to be our Maggie. Maggie is like boho. She's very athletic. But she has a wrathful side. So she joins Ryder. Everyone has their reason, and the reason why Maggie joins Ryder is because she had a breakup and he cheated on her, and so she's like, oh, she's a woman scorned, and she's out for blood, she's out for revenge. But she also likes, you know, she takes care of her body, so she's proud of that. She's like, there's none of these girls have any shame. They don't have shame regarding they don't see sex work as bad. So that should never come across. And like I said, this is very tasteful. So none of you guys will be in any position where you're like nudity or anything. Everything is going to be shot where it's implied. But in season 1, none of that happens to Maggie. But we do have a montage scene with guys, and you guys all in the car, kind of like looking in the rear view. And you guys like it. You like sleeping with guys, and you know, you like sleeping with hot, and you like getting paid. So the biggest whammy in the end for Darian. Hi, Darian. Hi, Bryce. Okay, I'm really not technologically advanced. And Danny, I didn't know you guys were here. So I had to scroll over. But basically the big whammy at the end is Candace gets this idea. She's like, okay, so the police are on to us. They know that we're frequenting these hotels. So we're going to make an Airbnb. So, you know, they rent out this apartment because she ain't got money like that to be buying no place. But they rent out an apartment and they make it into this girl cave. So we have this beautiful pink girl cave that I found on Peerspace. And it's going to be basically Chase and Mason. Chase, who's Darian, and Mason, who is Bryce. It's going to be their dream. So at the end, you introduce them. And it's like you drop the mic and you girls Lizzie, Maggie, Win, you guys are on these suggestive positions. You're in, you know, these cute, you finally got your Ryder outfits because that's what you guys wanted. You're in your Ryder outfits and you guys you look hot. And it's just like a teenage dream. So it's going to be a little more artistic than just, oh, we walk in and there's the room. It's going to be like, boom, Maggie's on the bed and she's in this position. And then boom, Lizzie's over here. There's a telephone, like she's holding a telephone and she's like, babes, you know. So it's going to be more like shot like a Euphoria party scene than just, oh, here's the place, you know. So we want to kind of play with angles, and it's going to be a really fun scene for you guys. And then Danny is actually our third. She's the one who breaks fourth wall. She's Professor Gomez. Originally I saw Professor Gomez as Latina, but, you know, we have Afro-Latina, so I'm going to leave your last name the same. But basically, Danny is Candace's subconscious a little bit because she's talking about manipulation. She's talking about algorithms. She's talking about these problems that, and, you know, she's like, oh, there's probably somebody right now making the next Google. And then Candace is like, you know, in her book, because she's insecure, she's like, oh shit, she knows. It's that guilt, you know, she does have a conscience, even though she pretends that she doesn't. So Danny's going to be integral to breaking that fourth wall without being like overbearing. But without further ado, because y'all know I can talk, we will get started. I will read, and I'm just I can't, I have to say it because if I don't say it, then the project won't go well. I am so grateful to you all. I am grateful that you are doing this project, that you believe in me. This is my dream. I have dreamt of this project for so long, and I am I'm blessed to have all of you on board. I'm going to cry. Not right now. I'm going to cry at the premiere, but I'm going to cry in the car. Not right now, though. So I'll read, and I may have some of you take over for the following episodes just because my energy, y'all. I want to hear it too. So I may have Tom or JL, one of you guys, someone who's further in the episodes, jump in to be a reader as well. So the format for each episode is always a teaser, and it's kind of formulated. And then we have one episode where we do a post-credit scene, because I love Marvel. So I'm like, we gotta do a post-credit scene at least once. So, but this is episode 101, our pilot. Teaser, interior house night. A front door squeaks open. A young woman gently closes it behind her. It slams despite her efforts. She looks around, biting her lips ever so slightly. The phrase fuck loosely crosses them. It's still quiet. She tiptoes out of her shoes and readjusts the duffel bag draped across her arm. There's something heavy in there, something she keeps close to her body, something protected. She reaches the stairwell, still cautious, still careful. She inches her way through another door. She locks it. Her back still towards it. Her head hits the door. It's a good head bang, one that reminds her to breathe. Exhaling, she puts on the light. Her face illuminated, she smiles. The duffel bag is on the bed as her hands unzip it slowly, precisely, like a surgeon opening a patient for the first time. Inside the bag is cold, hard cash, big face ones, dinero, Benjamins, dollar bills. Act 1, fade in. Outside of quintessential, actually, can I have, Candace, can you read for Mrs. Carter?
Me?
No, not Candace.
Oh.
Candace, real Candace.
Okay.
Maggie Candace. Can you read Mrs. Carter? Okay.
Sure.
So outside a quintessential neighborhood, a 10-speed carrying an average-looking rider jumps a curb. He jostles before docking the ride next to a mini sedan. His duct-tape shoes position the kickstand as he hops off. He reaches the front door of a middle-class home, knocking. Loud, no answer. He knocks again, nothing. He reaches under a not-so-inconspicuous bald eagle statue and grabs the spare.
Good morning, Trent.
Ah, Miss Carter, you're home. What's up?
We can skip through the
Oh, okay, I just didn't want to read it. Okay. Candace is in her room.
Bet, cool.
Shoes, Trent. And slow down. She isn't going anywhere. I promise.
The front door begins to close. Mrs. Carter's facial expression disappears through the crack as it shuts. The bed is made a corner desk with a pile of crumpled papers and monster drinks abandoned from last night's cram session is only half of the room's chaos. Candace, 20s, a soon-to-be college grad, lays on the only clean space in her room. It's the room from the teaser, and she's our girl. She tosses the stress ball into the air. Enters Trent, frantic. Candace tosses the ball up.
You're never too old to learn how to knock.
Yeah, I know.
Well, act like it. Contrary to popular belief, we are not little kids anymore, Trent.
Did you even sleep?
It's my final year, so...
Oh my gosh, did you get my meme?
Which one?
This one.
You came all the way over here for this. Nope. Saw it on Reddit already.
What? No. I meant this one. This one right here. This one.
Twitter.
This one.
Facebook. IG. Snapchat. Imager. Smosh. And that's just not even funny.
You cold-blooded, shorty.
I'm so sick of being broke.
Okay, you're not broke. Your parents have money.
That's just it, Trent. That's their money.
I
wish I had boobs.
I don't see y'all having those. I mean, not saying that you don't. I don't get how that would change anything.
Of course you don't.
It's just one semester standing between you and your big coding job.
I guess.
What is going on? Oh, okay. You're afraid of uncertainty.
The what?
You know that like gnawing feeling in the pit of your stomach that you'll have like a degree but nowhere to hang it, that you'll just be stuck with your parents like forever. And you'll never find a job and your education will be all for like nothing.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Well, when you put it that way, probably.
It'll pass.
Well, I'm driving tonight.
We have a girl unstraps her seatbelt and shuts the rear door of Candace's Prius. Oh, it's gonna be a bug now. She walks towards the suburban lawn covered with young adults.
And that helps, as long as the drive is short and the conversation's shorter.
Candace begins to back.
Hey, you forgot something.
Oh my God. Ah, thank you so much. Now that is tip worthy.
Thanks.
Hey, wait. What are you doing? Do you have a few minutes?
A roar of college students meets the aroma of gas station beer and peach vape clouds. Liz grabs the vape pen and takes a drag. She offers some to Candace.
This shit is the Incredible Hulk. Try some.
I still have to drive.
What?
Wait, what? I cannot hear you. I mean, mostly because you aren't saying anything, but also because I'm terrible at reading lips.
No, these are my real tits.
Heads up. Liz and Candace stumble into the restroom, kicking out a soccer ball plops down into the spike punch, splashing Candace in the face. Her hair is drenched and her mouth agape. Liz grabs her arm and escorts her to the nearest bathroom. Liz and Candace stumble into the restroom, kicking out a random couple. Liz grabs a toilet paper square and pats Candace down with a tiny piece of paper. She takes off Candace's graphic tee. Candace grabs the vape and takes a big drag. Liz watches Candace from the mirror, motionless.
Don't you have to drive later?
Seriously.
Oh my God. Look at you. You look so much hotter like this. The frumpy clothes have to be bad for business, right? Come on. You're actually really pretty. Here, try some of this. Okay, wait. Let me just like zhuzh you up a little bit before your next drive. Come on, it'll take like 5 minutes. Promise.
No.
Yes, trust me. Candy,
Ew.
come on.
Candace is parked outside a bar, tinkering on her phone impatiently. The clock reads 2 a.m. A gentleman's legs stagger to the rear door and then plop down into the seat.
Warning. The last chick that took me home, she had to be removed forcefully.
Hilarious.
Hey,
Yeah.
you're really beautiful. How much to get you to stay tonight?
Get the fuck out of my car now.
How much to get you to stay?
Not much has changed in the condition of Candace's room. She's in bed with the covers over her head. One enters.
Wait, where am I? Okay. Trent, can I sleep in for once? Oh, and this better not be about another meme.
Well, I got worried when you didn't text me and you got in last night. I didn't see you in the car, and where'd you get this $500 from?
Candace gulps. Petite hands unbuckle a belt. There's heavy breathing as a man guides a tank top over a familiar push-up.
Not like seriously, like Candace, did you rob someone? Like, what's going on?
No, not exactly. We're gonna be coders, right? But what if we did graduation to eat some? Like, what if we did just that? Okay, look, Uber's worth 80 billion, Trent. 80 billion. Think about it. People these days want convenience. We don't want to have to hail a taxi. We want the taxi to come to us. So why is the taxi industry on a decline? It's not because the ride is any less cozy. It's the technology involved in using ride shares. Choose your driver, pick up a location, and the time you want them.
Girl, what does this have to do with $500?
Okay. What if there was a way to make sex more convenient?
There is a Candace, and there is a way, Candace, and it's called prostitution. Are you serious right now? Tell me, like, what is this about?
Tell you that's not how it. Yeah, it's how I got the money.
Candace.
We could put the convenience in the escort service.
You mean prostitution? You want to make an app for prostitution?
No. Okay, that's where you're wrong, Trent. Okay, it won't be an app for prostitution. It'll be a John sharing app.
Tinder?
But with cars. Hey, look, we run an escort app under the guise of a ride sharing service. We allow riders to choose their drivers by creating profiles for the ladies, and we only bill on the app for the ride. I'm talking cash, only tips, and you and I can build the app.
We'd have to charge a monthly subscription to even keep the app functional. Oh, no, I see what you did there. No, Candace, absolutely. No, I cannot let you sell your body. This is crazy. No.
Wait, who said anything about me?
Exterior street day. Liz walks out of a house towards Candace's car. She hops in the passenger seat. Candace pulls shades over her face and hands her a card with the name Ryder written on bold. They drive off. Interior cafeteria day. Candace walks towards a girl with a head full of curls and even fuller lips. She pulls the tray down in front of Wynn and slides her card across the table. Candace leaves the table. Wynn stares at the card. Ryder. Interior gym. Candace poses in down dog next to a bohemian beauty, early 20s, as they transition to child's pose. Candace slips Maggie her card. Maggie grabs the card and turns to look at Candace, but Candace has mysteriously vanished. Interior Candace room day. Trent is coding at Candace's computer. Candace stands over him, enthralled as he types.
I hope you're right about this.
I mean, have I ever steered you wrong before?
Have you?
A man stumbles out of a bar. Exterior car evening, 6 weeks later. A man stumbles out of a bar. It's a familiar scene with a new ride. He walks towards it and opens the door, climbing into the back seat. A young woman with voluptuous hair turns to greet him. She takes off her shades.
Greetings, Dave. My name is Lizzie. I'll be your rider for this evening. Where to?
You? I'm thinking something boutique. Your choice.
Hotel Indigo it is.
She smiles, puts the key in the ignition, and the two drive off. Superimpose title card, hard drive. So that is episode 1. I'm so happy to hear you all. It's coming to life for me, and especially because I haven't heard Kaya read this in 2 years. So I mean, I love it. My heart is here. Thank you all. Tom, do you mind reading, being the narrator for episode 102?
Not at all.
All right, let's do this.
All righty. Exterior street day outside a fast food restaurant. A smoking car pulls into a space. Driver opens the car door. It's Candace. Today is another Uber Eats day. She steps out of the car and jogs towards the restaurant. Moments later, she returns to the car with a takeout bag and a milkshake. The car backs out, still smoking. A few onlookers waft the fumes, coughing as she leaves the scene. Interior moving car day. Candace plays drums on her steering wheel as she waits at a red light. She honks her horn and looks down at the melting milkshake, yelling some more obscenities as she navigates through traffic. Exterior apartment door day. Candace walks down a hallway and carries the same takeout bag as she looks for an apartment number. She stops in front of the door knocking, the milkshake running down her hand. As the door opens, Candace hands the dripping milkshake and bag of food to the customer, whose hands are now covered in milkshake. Candace gets back in her car and turns it on. DOS pipes smoking as she leaves. Interior Carter's kitchen day. Candace saunters into the kitchen. Her mother's at the stove cooking, among other mom things like snooping, her other favorite pastime.
Candace, you look exhausted. Well, dinner should be ready soon. Trent is upstairs in your room. I wish you two would just date already. That poor little boy just head over heels for you, Candace. Candace? I can't.
To Candace's room day. Moments later, Trent is laying on Candace's bed, tossing a stress ball into the room when Candace enters.
Candace! Hey.
Don't look so surprised. This is my room. Or did you forget?
Girl, your mom said it was cool. We chilling.
Of course she did. She's been trying to ship us off since pre-K. You brought the goods? Yeah, she brought the goods. Great. Okay, let's get started, shall we?
Are you sure that you want to do this?
Never been more sure in my life.
You sure you can trust these girls?
Trent, I'm done delivering milkshakes. Look, are we friends or not?
Friends.
And create the damn profiles.
Okay, well, this may be like an all-day thing.
I got all day.
Interior Lizzie's room day. Lizzie primps in a full-length mirror.
Lizzie Vault. We met at a house party. I was her driver. She's partly the inspiration behind the act.
Lizzie applies lipstick to her lips and puckers them. Interior Candace's room day. Trent stops typing. A picture of Lizzie's on the computer screen as he creates her profile.
Hey, she's good with this. What's her deal?
Interior hotel room day. Lizzie tussles with an unknown male in bed.
Honestly, I think she just likes the thrill. Diagnosed bipolar with schizoid tendencies last year. Hasn't taken a single med since. She's been manic for a month.
Interior Candace's room day. Trent stops typing again.
And you trust her?
Flashback, party, night. Lizzie helps Candace get cleaned up after the fruit punch bowl fiasco.
With my life.
Exterior sidewalk day. Wynn puts her earbuds in her ear and hits play on her phone.
And what's in it for this Maggie chick? Like, what's her deal?
Interior living room night. Wynn scrolls through a phone. She reads texts from her boyfriend's phone. Her boyfriend enters the living room. They begin to shout and argue.
Oh no, woman's wrath or something along those lines.
Wynn throws his phone and grabs her purse. She storms out of the room. Interior Candace's room day. A profile picture of Wynn is enlarged on the screen. Candace sips from her Coke.
Now she wants to sleep with as many guys as possible. Says the money makes revenge that much sweeter.
Women are weird. Okay, so that just leaves Wynn. What's her deal?
Interior Maggie library day. Maggie sits with her head in a book.
Pre-law says prostitution is a victimless crime. Anti-establishment nut and self-proclaimed feminist. Her body, her rules.
Maggie turns the page of her book. Interior Candace's room day. Candace leans on the desk next to Trent. A full-size photo of Maggie is pulled up.
If you say so. So what about you?
Payroll, books, marketing, management, and most importantly, school.
Okay, so you're out of staffing.
Basically. You looking for a job?
App development, profile management, money washing, offshore accountant. Going out on a limb here, I'm saying I have one.
Touche.
Interior hotel room day. Lizzie is in a hotel room with Dave, the client from the last ride. Under her sheet while she sits buttoning her blouse. A locket dangles between her breasts. He strokes her hair.
Who are you?
Your card on file has already been run for the ride, but it's $650 cash for the night. I mean, with all your add-ons.
Add-ons? I thought you just liked me.
Please don't forget to rate us. Oh, and leave a tip. If you like me, you know.
Oh, I like you. I'm sorry. Can I get one photo?
Before she can answer, Dave takes a Polaroid snapshot of her. It prints a shocked expression of her fade out.
I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, guys, moving right along because I know y'all got places to be. I love it. I love how oblivious Lizzie is. I like that. Keep that energy. I love the back and forth between Trent, Dave. You just are stoic player. You got your agenda. It's beautiful. I'm feeling it. I'm very relieved. I'm very happy with this casting. Danny, are you still on board with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Do you mind narrating episode 103?
That is totally fine. Pulling it up now.
Thank you.
Okay, wait. 1 second. Let me open it. I have like 1,000 things on my computer right now.
It's okay. That's why I was like, I keep it on my phone because if y'all
Yeah,
saw
people
tabs, if you see how many tabs I have open for hard drive.
Right. Okay. Boom. Found it. Episode 103.
All right.
All right. Teaser. Candace's nightmare, interior room of mirrors. In a hazy, dreamlike sequence, Candace stares into a series of mirrors blankly, hands by her side. Interior blue room nightmare. A blue room with the same hazy visibility and moody lighting as we pan to reveal a dainty hand hanging from a porcelain tub. Bright red hair cascading from one end as petite feet drape the other side. Lizzie's face submerges in water. Candace's nightmare interior room of mirrors. Extreme close-up. Candace turns to face Trent, who is nose to nose with her in the room full of mirrors. Candace drops her head. Trent is now behind Candace as she gazes at the ground. Still behind her, he lifts her chin and blindfolds her with a bandana. Interior blue room nightmare. Spotlight on the porcelain tub. It shines brightly on Lizzie, who is still submerged. The spotlight slowly fades. Candace's nightmare. Interior mirrors. Brad, Candace's first hookup, looms behind the still blindfolded Candace. He smirks. There's rope in his hand. The room spins and circles them until it reveals Lizzie, now blindfolded, back to back with Candace. Their hands bound together with rope. Extreme close-up. Blindfolded Lizzie stands in the now vanished Candace's spot. Dave, Lizzie's first hookup, looms behind the still blindfolded Lizzie. He binds her mouth with another bandana. He ties her hands behind her back and places a writer card in them. Interior blue room nightmare. Lizzie's hand still grasps the writer card. It dangles from her hands, bloodstained. Candace's nightmare. Interior room of mirrors. Candace pops her eyes open. She is no longer bound or blindfolded. The room circles her until Trent is now seated in her spot, blindfolded. He screams, but no sound escapes his mouth. The glass shatters. Candace is back standing in the room full of mirrors alone, rope in one hand and the blindfold in the other. Interior Candace's room morning. Candace jumps out of her sleep, clenching her chest. Interior Lizzie's bathroom morning. Lizzie's face blows bubbles as it resubmerges from underneath her bathwater. She slicks her wet hair, grabs a towel, and exits out of the tub. Exterior Candace's backyard, day. Trent, Maggie, and Wynn are seated at a patio table. Lizzie enters, looking surprisingly refreshed.
Yoo-hoo, sorry I'm late, guys. I've got this crazy stressful job that keeps me up all night.
It's all good. Still waiting on the bus to arrive.
Miss Carter enters with a pitcher of lemonade. She places it between the employees.
My daughter always did like to make an entrance. Came into the world on my wedding day. One thing about Candace, she gonna do what she want.
Candace appears from the porch.
Sorry, y'all. Mother.
Mrs. Carter turns to see Candace, who has now found her place at the table and has already begun to pour a glass of lemonade.
Thanks for the refreshments, Mom, but we've got some pretty important work to go over here.
Okay, well, y'all drink up. Just let me know if you need anything else.
Okay, thanks, Mom.
Mrs. Carter drops her head and turns to leave.
Thanks, Miss Carter. It's delicious. Thank you.
He gulps his glass. Mrs. Carter feigns a smile and exits.
Yes, delicious. Now, can we focus?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just had a nightmare. I was trapped in Trent's sex dungeon.
Wynn glances down and back at Trent.
Well, that doesn't sound so bad.
When? Oh my gosh, we're totally like sorors.
No, Maggie, because sorors have a house. We just meet in Candy's backyard.
You nuts.
Aw, come on, Candy.
Yeah, come on, Candy.
She
The
slams.
rule. Because some of you act like you forgot.
Interior Lizzie's room, night. Lizzie is in bed texting a potential.
Rule number 1, no drugs, no drinking.
Lizzie stops texting, rolls over, and opens her nightstand. Exterior Candace's backyard, day. Candace cuts her eyes at Lizzie, who pulls out a pill bottle and places it on the nightstand. She opens the bottle, pulls out a credit card, crushes the pill, and does a line. And then more giggling on the bed and texting. Exterior Candace's backyard, day. Trent looks around the group. He's been waiting to say this.
I thought first of Ryder to knock about Ryder.
Candace is unmoved and continues her spill.
Rule number 2.
Interior Candace's room, morning. Trent is typing at Candace's computer. He catches himself mesmerized by Candace, who is against the wall with a Coke. Not looking particularly dolled up, she's on another rant, but he can't help but stare.
Absolutely, positively no fraternization.
Exterior Candace's backyard, day. Wynn fiends a feeble hand raise.
If I may, fraternize, Latin from the root word frater, is inherently sexist. Maybe we could use another one.
I'm sorry, I lost my space. Okay, interior various cars, day. A rider gets in the back of a car. He's a gentleman and fine as fuck. Maggie bites her lip and stares at him through the rear view.
How about I put this? Absolutely no sleeping with the clients or each other for that matter.
But isn't that our job?
Now, most importantly, rule number 3.
Interior various cars, day. Lizzie sits in the driver's seat of Candace's car. She smiles before putting her hand out to the same handsome rider from our montage.
Cash before ass.
Exterior Candace's backyard, day. The group is packing up. Mrs. Carter dries her hands and watches them from the kitchen window. In the side mirror of a parked car, the others walk off, revealing that Mrs. Carter isn't the only person watching from a distance. Trent grabs the hand of Candace and pulls her to the side as the others trail off.
Trent?
Hey, about those rules.
I said, how she looks at you, and I mean,
No, the cash part. Rule number 3.
oh yeah, what about it?
I'm not sure if keeping all that money around is, smart.
Okay, so you have another idea?
Interior Candace's room, night. It's the scene from episode 1. Candace enters the room with the bag of cash. She unzips it, this time placing the bandit money on her bed, her eyes insatiable. Exterior Candace's backyard, day. Trent's eyes meet Candace's. She's never seen him more intense.
We got to dish the cash. Dark web only.
Love it. I love it. I love it. All right, let's keep rolling. In 104, Bryce is quiet. Bryce, do you, wait, no, actually, I want Bryce and Darian to read Ant and Marco, and I'll narrate this one. Bryce and Darian, you guys are Ant and Marco, because I want to hear you guys. This is a scene I just added, so I'm kind of excited about a little comedy. All right.
Okay.
Episode one.
Which
Wait. Where is it? 104?
Yeah.
who's Ant and who's Marco?
Okay, so Bryce, you'll be Ant, and Darian, you'll be Marco.
All right.
All right.
Wait, I don't have a 104. Where is it? Was it an email? Probably, but
You don't have it?
I see 1, 2, 3. No, I don't think so.
Oh, how am I to text it to you? Hold on. You got it?
Yes.
All right. So Bryce, you'll be Ant, and then Darian, you'll be Marco, and I'll narrate this one. All right. Teaser, exterior street. 2 men appear to be wrapping up a night of drinking outside a strip club. One of the men tinkers with the Rider app.
But I'm gonna get you on this next track though. This shit is fire. When you hear these snares, woo.
The second man, Marco, continues to listen with one ear open as he flips through a profile of Maggie and swipes to win.
This bitch goes hard. We finna be in all kinds of strip clubs. I'm talking stripper anthem.
Yeah, boss. That sounds lit. Just let me know.
Marco?
Yeah, man. My partner. Oh my bad.
Go ahead.
Yeah, man. My partner got the studio over on the West End. He don't really charge like that, but he could probably get us in for the low.
One of the strippers. Danny, can you read for Diamond? One of the strippers enters the scene gladly dressed, looking to make a little extra money on the side.
Y'all look like y'all could use some company.
She grabs the collar of Marco. He grabs her wrist.
Nah, we good.
Shit, we? Come here, little mama. Let me get at you.
Her high heels barely begin to tap before Lizzie pulls up in Candace's pink bug. Marco releases the stripper's hand. Lizzie rolls the window down, steps out, opens the door for Marco just before they pull off.
I'll let you know my fee for the verse. Let me know when you're ready to work.
Ant walks
Man,
through the door that up.
Man, who the fuck is that?
That's Ryder.
The bug pulls out.
He's still trying to get into something?
Hell yeah.
She grabs his arm. He stiff arms her.
Just not with you.
He pulls up the app.
God damn, you do something to me, girl.
He orders a ride. Cut to black. Superimposed title card hard drive. Interior Trent's bedroom morning. Clock alarms in front of a photo of baby Candace and Trent. Oh, Trent's hand plops down to silence it. He rolls over to check if it's actually time to get up. It is. He'll have to find the strength somewhere. Candace text message. Yo, let's meet at the spot. Okay, now it's really time. The boss was calling. He throws the blanket back. Standing in his boxers, he leaves to get dressed. Interior Maggie's kitchen morning. A spoonful of Fruit Loops meets Maggie's plump lips before her phone vibrates. She barely puts the spoon in her mouth before noticing. It's Candace. She puts the bowl down and types a response, then picks the bowl back up to head towards the room and get ready. Exterior porch morning. Wen adjusts the strap on her backpack. The distant click of a camera frames a surveillance photo of her. She's being watched. Her phone dings. It's Candace with the same text. The camera zooms in, but still can't read the text as it clicks, clicks, clicks. The lens drops and reveals Dave, Lizzie's Rider. Wen descends the steps, completely oblivious to the looming danger watching her. Interior Candace home morning. Candace treks down her steps before passing her mom on the couch. She then grabs her keys off the top shelf. Mrs. Carter crosses her arms as the door shuts behind her mischievous daughter. Mr. Carter walks into frame, kisses his wife's forehead, and takes a seat next to her. Exterior Candace driveway morning. Continuous. Candace reaches her car, plops her backpack down, and grabs her phone. The text comes in confirming the group is en route. Candace smiles and backs out. Class ends as hurdles of students brush Candace's seat. She closes her book and rushes off to join the group. Danny, will you also read for Wen? Trent, Maggie, and Wen are seated on the patio, surrounded by milkshakes and grub.
We waiting on the boss again. Feels like we've been here before.
It's not like you're gonna complain about it or anything. Candace has you wrapped on her little finger. She can pretty much do whatever she wants.
When?
Maggie, Trent, thank you all for being here.
Okay, someone's in a good mood.
Have I told you all how much I appreciate you?
Well, I personally appreciate you because it's payday, my favorite day of the week. Bring on the cash.
So we will not be doing cash payouts anymore because of my genius partner here. We are now using these.
She holds up debit cards. Interior Candace's room day. Candace's mom is cleaning her room. It's the same mess as always. She starts at the desk and moves to the bed, discovering the duffel bag.
It was brought to my attention, and because of my humble nature, I decided to take the threat of large cash deposits seriously. I'm a bunch of college students.
Mrs. Carter shakes the bag. A Ryder card falls out. She reaches back under the bed and pulls out a shoebox. She takes off the lid, drops the top, and gasps.
I mean, what would we be doing with that amount of cash on hand anyway? Think about it.
Exterior college campus. Sorry, I just looked at Danny. Exterior college campus day. Candace now has a mouthful of burger as Trent pulls out a laptop and shows a long URL.
Ladies, welcome to the dark web where anything is possible and everything is anonymous.
Maggie and Wynn look at the computer, then the cards, and finally smile at each other.
Now we're talking.
Interior shower night. The sound of water hits the floor as steam fills the frame. Candace turns the shower off and steps out onto the rug. Interior Candace room night. With a towel wrapped around her head, Candace opens the door in a short set and finds Trent, seated at the foot of her bed, and Lizzie, sprawled out across it, obviously passed out.
Trent, you didn't.
I didn't know where else to take her, so you said she couldn't go home.
Lizzie hasn't returned calls in days, and you decided to bring her here?
Okay, I know you hate surprises.
Oh no, I love surprises, just not ones that take over my bed.
Okay, it seems like the right thing to do. She's driving like crazy, and it's got me thinking.
Trent, I don't pay you to think. I pay you to code.
Ever since we started talking like this, business, something hasn't felt right. I feel like maybe we're doing something wrong.
Wrong? Why? Because women can't choose to do with what they want with their bodies?
No, it's not like that.
Wrong, like I'm forcing them to do something like they don't want to do.
You know it's not that either.
What is it, Trent?
It's just ever since you told me the day, I had some.
Okay, now I get it. You're jealous.
Yo, no, that's not it at all. I just think that we need to seriously consider what we're doing.
Sure, Trent. You know what? No, you're just on some self-righteous ego trip, and I'm the bad guy. We are running a reputable business here. So if you're mad about some one-night stand that I chose to have and got paid for, I can think of a few choice words to say to you.
Whatever. I really think that Lizzie's hurting. She's always drunk, always high, always late, forgetting meetings. What about her?
Since when did you care so much about Lizzie? You don't even know her. This is Win all over again.
I knew it.
No. Do not flip this around on me. We are all business, okay? And if you think I'm worried about some puppy dog crush, I've got news for you.
Oh no, you seem kind of bothered by
it. Business. Business is what's most important. There's no room for jealousy.
Hi, Trent. Lucy. Candace, can we talk?
Sure, Mom.
She stands up, takes the towel off her damp curls, and follows her mom outside the door. Trent and Lizzie stare at each other as the door closes behind Candace. Interior hall, moments later, Candace's heart is racing as she tries to compose herself.
Sorry, Mom. Lizzie got drunk and she was too afraid to go home, and Trent thought it was best to bring her here. Should we?
I don't care about none of that. I'm trying to figure out where you got this.
Mrs. Carter holds up a wad of cash. Candace looks away. Candace, real Candace, will you play China? Interior, post-credit scene, interior warehouse night, extreme close-up, glossy lips drag from a blunt, exhaling a cloud of smoke. They belong to China. An OnlyFans celebrity turned madam. Her hoes surround her in thongs and 6-inch stilettos. Diamond from the teaser is there, and she's short. Again, two girls hold both her arms, guns drawn.
I just want to know why you thought you can come up in here without my money.
Oh, Danny.
Yes.
Will you be Diamond again?
Yes. Shy, I'm trying. Somebody working our blocks. It's some app or something. I don't know, but I had 2 customers swiped right under me.
Wait. An app, you say? Tell me more about this app. I want to know everything.
Cut to black. I like it. I'm bringing the suspense. All right, we're going to move along to 105. I think everyone is in this episode, so you'll play your respectful characters, and I will narrate, and we'll get right to this. You guys are amazing. Thank you guys for hanging in here for this long.
I like this a lot.
Sherry.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Sherry, can you send me that 105 as well? I don't know. I don't know why I don't have this.
Shoot. Hold on. I got you, JL. You want it in your email or a text? Hold on.
Text is fine. The text is really quick.
To you right now.
Okay. Thank you.
You're so welcome. All right. Let me know.
Sherry, do you want me to narrate it so you can hear it? Or
yeah, if you don't mind. Yeah.
I'll do it.
Okay. Yeah, because I love hearing what you guys bring, and then I can also make notes.
Okay.
And I will send you guys my notes. I mean, I haven't been taking notes as I was reading, but they hear, y'all. That's how I operate. All right, Candace. Candace, not Candace. We ready? Dice.
Teaser. Fade in. Exterior, abandoned lot. Day. 2 pairs of feet shuffle in the overgrowth of an abandoned lot. Shiny shoes, the type that belongs to black suits. A detective kneels down, tossing a cigarette. Another man joins him in the brush, just over a dead body. The first suit, Detective Price, balding and gray, maintains his physique to fight crime, kind of cop, pulls back the drape. The second, Detective Martin, is recognizable. He's Lizzie's rider, Dave, and he's very much a cop. The stench overwhelms him, and he finally covers his nose.
That makes 3 this month.
They rise. Detective Price's eyes survey the scene. Half-dressed victim, ligature marks to the neck and wrist, clean face, no bruising or blood.
Getting comfortable. Seems to have a type.
I like them blonde myself.
Remind me to run your prints when we get back to the station.
All I'm seeing is the man's got good taste. I can't for it.
Probably just another deadbeat with mommy issues.
He kneels back to the body again.
You know the type. Has to hurt people to get off. Sick.
Detective Price notices something in the victim's hand.
That?
Detective Martin gloves up. He pries the deceased's hand open delicately and takes a locket from it.
Yeah, I see it. Lock it.
He stands and dangles it for both to see. It twirls in his hand, around and round. End teaser. Interior classroom day. A class is in session inside an auditorium. The room is sparse, with students filling in slowly. Candace enters with a hood on her head and takes a seat in front of 2 jocks. Professor Gomez, 40s and Latina, wears a pencil skirt and stands with her back to the class. She turns to face them, introducing herself.
Sorry, it was me. Good evening, welcome. Everyone take a seat. My name is Professor Gomez, and this is Computer Science 1111.
She grabs a dry erase marker, writing.
Intro to Algorithms. In this class, we will discuss...
She trails off into the background as the jocks seated behind Candace carry on a conversation.
Bruh, it's not fair we get all the fine-ass teachers.
I know, right? We got fucking J-Lo lecturing us.
They snicker loudly behind Candace and dap each other up. Candace rolls her eyes and opens her notebook. Professor Gomez continues.
So, what is an algorithm and why should you as programmers care?
She glances around at the intrigued faces. They stare back wide-eyed.
Because anyone with any brains can code. There's probably a college dropout right now working out of their garage creating the next Google.
The class laughs.
But since none of you are him,
Candace looks around and hunches over to keep a low profile as the class joins in laughing. Professor Gomez glares at her students.
you're stuck with me for the next semester.
Candace peeks from the corner of her hoodie, double checking to ensure Professor Gomez isn't into her prostitution ring. She isn't. Paranoia is at its finest.
An algorithm, in its purest essence, is the heart and soul of computer science. We define an algorithm as
She opens the dry erase marker again and begins to write.
a step-by-step method of solving a problem.
Candace continues to write notes.
In computer science, this process is used to
insert manipulate. Candace ends the sentence with a forceful period. Interior classroom day, moments later. The classroom starts to clear out. Candace digs for something as the two jocks pack up their things.
Yo, we gotta sit closer next class.
Right.
Candace stands up, hands the guys writer cards, exiting the class. Interior Detective Martin's office day. Detective Martin sips from a coffee mug and thumbs through a case file of photos with deceased women. Angela, another detective, enters the file and she's on his desk. Detective Martin looks up from his work.
Your visits are bordering on harassment.
Funny. She closes the door behind her. You weren't saying that last night.
Mm-hmm. How can I help you, Detective Mims?
Well, the Sarge is calling a meeting. Something's going down. Something big. Detective Martin closes the case file.
Did he say what about?
Something to do with this. She holds up a card with the word writer written on it. It's Candace's. He grabs it from her, flipping it over and over in his hands. Interior briefing room day. Inside a small brick room sits a team of officers, some in suits, some in uniform. Sergeant Rhodes, 60s, stands at the front of the room with the surveillance photos of various women lined up. Detective Martin carries his coffee mug and stands in the back of the room, trying to make out the lineup from afar.
Tom, will you read for Sergeant Rhodes?
Yes, sorry.
We're on page 5.
Cool. 1 second. I feel like I'm in school again. I got caught not paying attention. So wait, which role did you want me to read again?
Sergeant Rhodes. Welcome, ladies.
Well, welcome, ladies.
The officers chuckle. Detective Martin takes a sip from his cup. Angela enters and joins him in the doorway. He looks her over. She twirls her hair.
All right. Simmer down, girls. Pull those panties out of your asses. We've got to break in some redevelopments.
Anyone?
Development, sir?
Hands.
Officer Gibson looks down and embarrassed. He feigns a feeble hand raise.
Yes. Officer Gibson, developments.
He takes one of the photos down from the lineup, holding it up from the room to see. Cut 2, exterior college campus day. Candace walks outside of the green space between Wynn and Maggie. They smile innocently as the wind greets their hair. Candace moves a strand from in front of her face.
Candace Carter, college senior, 23, and our prime suspect in an underground escort service.
Interior briefing room day. He pulls out the card writer and slams it on the desk in front of Officer Gibson, who jumps. Detective Martin shakes his head.
We got an anonymous tip from a private hotel chain about some unusually heavy traffic.
He points to the remaining photos of women. The faces of Cut 2, exterior college campus day. Wynn carelessly smiles, covering her teeth. She grabs the shoulder of back to interior briefing room day. Maggie's photo is held up for all to see. Picture perfect portrait of a beautiful woman. to Exterior College Campus Day, Maggie touches the hand of Wynn as they walk and laugh hysterically. All three ladies join in on what appears to be sheer innocence. Interior Briefing Room Day. These photos are back in the lineup as Sergeant Rhodes finishes his speech.
And these ladies are our culprits.
Lizzie's photo rounds up the lineup. Blonde, beautiful, innocent. Detective Martin takes one more sip from his coffee before exiting the room. Interior Candace's room day. Candace holds a ruler and stands in front of a hand-drawn graph near her computer desk. Maggie and Wynn are spread out over the bed in poses resembling a sleepover.
And as you ladies can see here, September's growth has been marginal when compared to August.
Maggie, who has been hanging upside down on the bed, sits up, raising her hand. I think uniforms would be so cute.
Oh, like a softball team?
Maggie and Wynn turn towards each other excitedly. Oh my God, yes, like in pink with some cute boy shorts.
Oh, and like a number on the back.
Candace watches on, frustrated. Wynn paints her toenails. And the words "brighter" on the front pocket.
Oh my God, and like neon hot pink?
Maggie rolls her eyes. Wynn interrupts as she continues to paint her nails. She doesn't look up.
We really need to discuss employee benefits. My dad says the mark of any good company is their retirement package.
Maggie seems to agree when enters Trent, frantically carrying a box of donuts.
Ladies.
He bows as the girls, all except Candace, bum rush the box, an assortment of flavors stuffing their mouths. Candace drops her head. Trent lifts the top of her to grab a scrap. She does so and takes a bite.
Thank you for joining us. Now, if Lizzie would only answer her freaking.
Trent takes his place on the already crowded bed and grabs the last morsel of.
Yeah, there was a line.
I was just telling everyone how important it is for us to spread the word. Profits are down, and I'm open to suggestions.
I mean, do we really need to attract too much heat right now? I mean, I've got a pretty dedicated fan base.
Yeah, and more growth means we're going to need more ladies, and I have to create more profiles, and I'm already up to my elbows with classwork. You feel me?
We'll do what it takes to get the job done, Trent, right? And as far as the heat, well, just leave that up to me.
She rubs her chin, smiling. Exterior driveway night. Candace sits in the driver's seat of her car with the two jocks from earlier, Chase and Mason, in the back seat. She exits the car and walks around to the back, opening the door for the two clients.
Gentlemen.
She extends her arm. They exit the back seat and follow her to the front door of a house. Candace opens the door.
Welcome to your bed and breakfast.
Wynn and Maggie, dressed in sexy uniforms, walk towards the two jocks, each taking a guy's arm. Candace smiles, pulls out her phone, and walks back outside the door. The couples remain in the background as she pulls out her phone, opens the Riders app, and hits check-in complete on her phone. Finally, the door closes behind Candace, and she walks out of frame, smirking.
Thank you, guys. So much smirking. Candace smirks a lot. Wow. It is great to finally hear it all. Wow, I will say, like, I'm just so inspired by you guys. And especially like Tom, hearing you read that, it made me realize that like Rob is supposed to be the sergeant, but you know, if something happens with Rob, if he's still booking, like I totally see you being the lead detective on that and doing the spill because you did a great job with it. So it's good that everyone came out and I could hear everybody's voices. So I can visualize like I'm gonna sleep so good tonight. I don't. There's no other way to explain it. You guys give me joy. You fill me with life. You guys inspire me. It was a beautiful read. You guys are seasoned actors. Like just hit every note. Like I could see the whole thing in my head. And that's a beautiful thing to have actors bring your vision to life. So thank you so much. Any questions for me? Awesome. That means I did a great job writing it.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's a great story. It was written very well.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
speaking positivity into this, it's going to get picked up, and I can't wait until we can like really dive into, because I mean, you wrote it so well. It's like every scene could be extended, you know, and every character could be explored and fleshed out. And so I think this is like the perfect highlight reel for any network to be like, oh my God, I need more.
Yes.
What else do you have? So
Yeah. Absolutely.
Thanks for being all along.
And I mean, that's why I wanted to shoot the whole season, because, you know, just doing a pilot, it doesn't really do it justice, because I could make the whole hour-long pilot, but you don't get to see all these other interesting characters and bits and pieces. And so it just, you know, I could have made a whole hour-long pilot just with her meeting Lizzie and just with her and Trent and, you know, getting the girls. Like, I can flesh that whole thing out to an hour, but I wanted to show this whole season, the possibilities. And, you know, I hope that, you know, when this hits, you know, I hope we create a fan base and we create people who like, damn, I want to see more. And, you know, you guys just really embody the characters. So I don't think that's a conventional route to go, like do like a season that you're trying to pitch instead of just a pilot. But I think it's interesting, and with YouTube and with Amazon, the power of social media, and if we all just promote this and really stand behind it, you know, I personally, I'm a nurse. I bust my ass for 12 weeks in LA working in COVID units, and I worked so hard to get this money so that this could really have the quality that it needs. And it's gonna be quality. I guarantee you guys are gonna have beautiful real footage. But at the end of the day, you know, it's a vision. And you know, it's just so nice to have people support you and believe in a vision. And so I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I'm so blessed. And hearing you guys read it, becoming the characters, like I don't have to give you much direction, like just hearing it, like you guys are the characters. And you know, like I'm just, you know, we got a couple characters left to get, but I have the utmost faith that we will get them. And that should be coming soon. So I don't want you guys, we're in a good place. I'm working on the, so going back to technical stuff, the dates are booked, everything's secure, the locations are secure. The only thing I have to do is put that into a file so you guys can see what's in my brain. So the dates that I gave everybody, those are firm. And I will get that over to you guys. I'm still working as a nurse, and I have 3 kids and they're all doing virtual school. No excuses. It's gonna get over to you guys by this weekend. Wow. We shoot next week. I know it's kind of crazy. Every day is crazy here in this land, especially having a 5-year-old. So we will have the call sheet out this weekend. I'm halfway done through the first call sheet. We'll have hair. We're gonna have hair. We're gonna have makeup. I'm gonna supply some of the wardrobe. But if you guys, I'll send you guys the night before to bring certain pieces. But it's just certain things, like I want to have an aesthetic. I want to have a vibe. Like I want this to have a thumbprint. And so I think that, you know, that plays into wardrobe, that plays into hair. So those pieces are integral to the whole entire vision. So I'm kind of going to storyboard you guys' characters, send you out individual stuff. But everything is really firm. We got firm dates. It's going to be really tough. So we're going to have to, like, you got to know your lines, because we only have some X amount of time at a location, and then, you know, that's it. So we have to shoot all these episodes at these locations, and we're using several locations for, like, Candace's room is in a different house than her house. And so we're using Maggie's, the house that we're shooting Candace's room in, we're using the living room for Maggie's house and the kitchen for Maggie's house. So it's going to be, you know, difficult, but we'll get everybody in. We have we'll get everybody in holding, get everybody through hair and makeup, and then we'll move over to the set. And then if we're, for one scene, Bryce and Mason and Danny, we're kind of outside of Metro Atlanta. So I'm going to give you guys some gas cards, a gift card for driving all the way out. It's in Johns Creek. I'm sorry. But
no worries. But
I'm going to give you guys some reimbursement, because you guys are coming out here. You're giving me your time. You're giving me your energy. You're doing this. So
thank you.
I'm going to bless you guys. And, you know, Darren, you always rock with me. Darren was in Porcelain Chef. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's a great job. So that's all I have for you guys. I will get you the technical stuff please, if I gave you dates, don't book anything that day. But it's gonna be amazing. And Brian, I hope you know how to ride a bike.
So
Starts off on a bike, and we have a golf cart that's gonna follow on the bike, and we're gonna use one of my kids' bikes, and it's gonna be so much movement, and it's just gonna be visually stunning, and I just can't wait to have my first time directing this. And so Tom, learn Sergeant Rhodes lines just in case, because now that I'm hearing you read it, you could be the one leading the briefing. So I love that. You know, Rob's a busy man, but just so I have options, and I don't want to be scrambling. So we want this. If one of you guys, if we're not all on our game, we don't get the vision that we need. So we all got to be on our game. And I thank you guys. We actually finished 28 minutes early. And if you have any questions, I'm always by my phone. I'm always by my email. I am always available. Any time of day, anytime. Kaya will know. I text her crazy hour. She's probably so done with me. So text me anytime, any day, any question. It doesn't matter. I'm here for you guys. And I'm gonna cry a million times. Oh, one more thing. We are gonna have a premiere. It is gonna be in person. I do need guys, if you didn't get a vaccine, to give me your negative COVID results. Or if you don't want the thing down your nose, you can sign a waiver, and we'll just do temperature logs, and you can just sign a waiver and check that you have no symptoms. That's what we do at work. So I go to the job, they take our temperature. We don't get COVID tests every day when we go to work. So that's another option. But remember, guys, COVID is still out there. It's real. Our lead is recovering from COVID, or recovering, but she's no longer positive. She's negative. Yeah. She's negative now. So she survived that. I also had COVID. This also bonded us, because I had COVID and then I thought I was dying, and it was really tough to get through. So it's really important to me that we have a good set. I'm getting hand sanitizer bottles. I'm going to check you guys' temperature when you sign in. We'll dock your temperature, and then there'll be a box to check that you don't have any symptoms. You sign a waiver saying that you feel fine. Or you could just do one-time, negative test, one-time vaccine. So there's options. I want this to be a healthy, I'm a nurse. Obviously, I want it to be health conscientious. But we will rock and roll, and I'll get all this information to you guys in email, so you don't have to remember any of this. And I'm so excited. We'll have BTS on set. We'll get some great photos for you guys. And it's going to be fun, because I'm a fun person. You guys are fun people, and we're going to have fun. Just bring this energy, and it's going to be great.
Hey, real quick, all of you guys are so talented. I can meet you in real life. You slit.
Likewise.
I can't wait to meet you. I mean, some of you, I know almost everybody. I just need to meet Brian and Haley. But other than that, I know all of you guys, and I'm really, really excited. Well, I haven't met JL in person yet, but I'm excited.
Yeah, we
Instagram. So I'm so grateful for you guys again, and I'll get all the technical info. So just be ready, come prepared. We'll have good food, good times, and just bring these positive vibes.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm excited. See you guys soon.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right, y'all.
Yeah.
Good night.
Night.
What? I'm gonna be the last one. Dang, everybody was ready, boy. I'm like trying to find the leave button. Everybody was like, hey,
okay.
This script is amazing, though. Have a great night.
Thank you so much, JL.
It really is.
Thank you. I can't wait. Thank you, guys.
It's gonna be great.